Guess who's back in Berlin?
Well, hey! Oh, hey, Sarah, you're back!
I'm back.
Actually, we don't even know what we're going to talk about.
No idea. This limited sense of I have infinite desire with finite. Working with of infinite desires and a feeling of finite time and finite energy. Because on the outside of it, it's just lists and lists, to-dos.
When you,
But then when you're in it, it's just, you're in the flow. But it's so annoying to be outside of it. It feels to me that I'm majority outside of it. And then I dip into it. So then I do some body work, try to, get back in the body or do some activity, but then it still remains that I'm outside when it comes to wanting to do the thing that I want to do. And this moment-to-moment negotiation with, am I going to just die here
on this dry,
you're
not going to make it to the oasis
with the energy that I have, or do I keep going towards the oasis that I think is out there, but it's still far away?
I can very much relate to that feeling.
Yeah, just being very tired. Something about, allowing for the yin to be there too. Just being quiet and receptive energy.
Yeah, quiet and receptive energy.
Are you feeling that?
It's definitely, more of a need for that kind of state of being.
For pregnancy?
For pregnancy, and especially at this stage of pregnancy. That I'm also learning to be receptive to.
Yeah.
Because I can't make tiredness or slowness to mean. I can't make it mean that I'm not this and this. Like, I used to be like this, but I'm not,
Yeah.
And then it becomes rest, like repose. And it's not sluggishness. It's like, no, your body is supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Also searching for ways to be soft and to be inviting of the energy and power there in the softness.
Yeah.
The mood that we're both vibing into is not something we're supposed to try to change or resolve.
That's
feel like
so funny.
This very episode is about embracing
the yin,
the receptiveness, and the slowness. Like, you have to slow down in order to make yourself empty to receive. And in a way, you have to also trust the process that with this energy, if you fully embrace it, there will come yang, and there will come okay, I know what to do now.
It's interesting because when you just started to say that, before I heard you say to embrace it, I thought you were going to say, let's stop recording because this is getting ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not that you would say something like that, but I'm carrying that judgment about this state of being, that it's boring, it's not you're not doing anything, so what's the point of trying to talk about it in front of a camera broadcasting this blah state?
Blah state. The blah state of being. And the blah
The
state.
unbearable
Blah
blah-ness of being. Sort of judgment about the state.
Yeah. I think so.
Which is exactly what was getting to me the past couple days. I was really exhausted.
And your body's exhausted even more. It's like really making you slow down.
And I really wanted, my body's saying rest, and I'm trying to, but there's a part of me that's like my inner slave driver is saying, well, now that you have this time, finally you should get to work on that stuff. And so I'm in this in-between state where I'm not able to fully work on something and not fully rest.
Yeah, it's like that is truly a blah state when your body wants to do one thing, which is to rest.
Yeah.
And your mind is fighting against it and making judging it and making negative meanings out of it.
Yeah.
And then you're doubly tired.
I'm feeling that feeling right now. This polarity. Feeling like I'm caught in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does this driver want? This, what did you call it?
The inner slave driver?
The slave driver.
He's the manager, he's the one who wants to make sure I'm being efficient, effective. And getting stuff done. Staying on top of things. I think he appears especially when I am in a yin state.
When did you employ him? When did he come on board? Because there's a reason why he's there. He in a way probably helped you out. Like there was some use for him at some point.
Like he reminds me to turn in my homework.
Okay.
And to put it in my binder at night so that I won't forget in the morning when I go to school.
Okay, so
that was his job.
He's been around since school days.
Yeah.
Early school days.
Mm-hmm. I forget it and then I feel like a delinquent.
Because you know that you used to freak out hardcore when you couldn't find your homework in the morning. You would throw a fit. It was the worst thing that could happen to you.
And you know why?
Why?
Wait.
I just feel like something was on the line. There was some survival thing triggered when you couldn't find that homework to take to school.
Because if I didn't have my homework in, I would feel like the biggest loser, delinquent, scum. I don't know why it was so strong.
When did that happen? When did you feel like that delinquent, loser scum?
Not that I even thought kids who didn't bring their homework were that. I just thought I was. If I didn't bring my homework in, then it meant that I was careless.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shame.
A lot of embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
I just think of I don't know, I just thought of Dad.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's the first thing that popped up.
The
fear of not bringing in my homework, because otherwise I would feel so much shame from being, and the fear of being ostracized. So that's when my inner project manager
came to the rescue.
To make sure that I always remember to put my homework in my backpack or any of these kind of tasks.
The reward is avoiding a very embarrassing or shameful situation.
Yeah.
It's not like you're trying to avoid a bad situation. That's why you're doing it. It's not for the positive aspect of it, of being organized. Right?
Right. Well, I guess there's a bit of that too. That I'm organized, then I get it in, and then I'm free of that.
Well, you're getting free. You're getting rid of the guilt.
Yeah.
Right? Already preemptively when you listen to this guy.
Well, so far, that's interesting because I think he always worked for me until I actually came to Berlin. Because he worked, also, he was hired by society. Like the structure that I lived in the educational system, elementary school, junior high, high school, college, and then work life, and this hierarchical. He was just telling me the commands from my boss.
Right. It works well in conjunction with when you're in that system of hierarchical system of you following the orders of authority.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how you feel. You just got to get it done by this time, this date, and then
Then it works
and then it's all cool.
No
and then
questions.
You're safe. No questions. Yeah, you can just rely on that.
So exactly.
Oh my God! I just realized that
you pointed something out.
And now. And since coming to Berlin, it's been a very difficult relationship with him because he doesn't know what his place is. He keeps firing off those commands, but it's not working. And I'm still kind of listening to him, but then I know that he can't force me to do things anymore because actually, first thing is I don't have to anymore. And that's exactly the struggle right now with him versus the artist. This relationship is not working with him.
And he's fighting. He's fighting to keep his place.
Yeah. And I'm exhausted.
It's also your mind, he's very much
he is
the mind. Yeah. Saying this is how it's worked before and why shouldn't it work now? Work.
Yeah. and he's saying that he's telling me to work on things that I really want to do, but because it's framed in a way like work, the things that I really want to do, I can't do it. I don't want to because it's within that framework. No, I can't create under these conditions. And I feel stuck.
Yeah.
But I can see the artist does not want to come out or the mood gets totally sapped when that other guy's in the room. It's
Yeah.
It's the joyless feeling. I feel like the artist just leaves, goes into the shell.
What kind of relationship do they have with each other? Have they ever like really met face to face, confronted each other?
Whoa. No.
They haven't.
No.
They've always occupied their own spaces.
Never.
Yeah.
They never met.
Whatever.
Yeah, the child, like, she's kind of whimsical, unpredictable.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Very sensitive.
Mm.
Like, a very unexpected thing could either light her up or dim her down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel a shift in myself happening right now?
Already,
Yeah.
just by identifying them.
Yeah.
Discovery that I made when Holly did this process with me was that the product manager, mine was a product manager. Oh no, taskmaster.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was telling, because Holly was interviewing me as the taskmaster, and then I heard myself telling Holly, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of doing this job. Like, can you please tell the artist to like get here and work, or I mean not work, but like I don't want this job anymore because I end up taking over a project.
Yeah.
And I don't even really like what the result is at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired.
The taskmaster is tired too.
The taskmaster is tired. And I just want to serve. I don't want to run it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I feel like my taskmaster is frustrated and he's not doing a good job and he's also not respected. So,
okay.
Or he's not liked.
He's not liked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he needs a different role. Like, he's still needed in some way.
He's still needed, yeah.
But just not with that much power.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, he needs a better boss.
Oh.
A calm and assertive leader. He needs to be the one that obeys the higher commands.
Yeah.
Like, chill. Or not right now. I feel like the artist needs to become the boss.
Okay. Is artist necessarily, or artist and higher power the same?
I think so. I think they're connected.
They're connected.
The child and the higher self. I feel the higher self it's identifying with through the child.
Right.
What is the process of trusting the artist, the inner child? How do you become a really good listener of the inner child or higher self?
Just being very, I think it's being attentive to your feelings.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
I just immediately thought of like something like a meeting point, literally a meeting time, like 1 hour a day where they can both get satisfaction. And it doesn't have to do with a to-do list or like something that I have to do or whatever. It's just for the purpose of both of them meeting.
Yeah, basically when I asked my friend Holly for a coaching session, I wanted to ask her, okay, how do I, I have this project and I have this idea for a project, and how do I actualize it? Because I had already been thinking about it and sitting on this idea, and I was already feeling kind of like the terror of like the taskmaster, like already taking over even before the project began and already stressing me out about it. And yeah, I was just feeling burdened and overwhelmed even before anything started. But I thought, okay, but maybe Holly can help me like figure things out so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. Um, and I met her, and basically the session turned out to be this: figuring out who's running the project, figuring out who's
On your staff.
who's on my staff.
Like in your inner realm.
Yeah, in my inner realm. And it was super illuminating, and yeah, it's just completely revealing what the inner workings were the whole time. And the reason why I had so much kind of like hesitation to start, because I knew that something was off. Like, no, I already know that if I run on this mechanism, I'm already not satisfied with the result.
And it's not joyful.
It's not joyful.
The process.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about you enjoying the process.
Yeah.
More so than trying to get to
some outcome. Yeah.
Yeah.